it's I got another 21 weeks of The Bachelorette coming up because a brand new season started last night. And, of course, my wife, being the fan that she is, decided to jump right into The Bachelorette and giving me...
And then you're hooked.
I was watching the Braves game, Braves playoff game, baseball game.
Yeah.
And so what she was doing was giving me updates all along the way as to what was going on, as if I cared.
Right.
But then at some point, all of a sudden, I cared.
Care.
I was like, what? Say, what is that happening?
Yeah.
So a few highlights from my wife's text messages last night. I had to go in and get a full report from Astrid. It was introduction night. So if, for those of you who don't watch The Bachelorette, it's one man or woman, in this case a woman, that stands there and 20 eligible bachelors come and they parade around the front of a big house.
They spread their peacock feathers, if you will.
And some of them are just ridiculous. One guy showed up without pants on. He said, hey, let's just get this out of the way,
Okay.
But what I thought was really funny is apparently there was a firefighter that was there.
Uh-huh.
And that firefighter showed up, and he showed up in like a little mini fire truck, like the kind the toddlers run around, right? He thought it was cute and interesting. And so he drives up in this little, motorized mini fire truck, and he jumps out in his his fireman outfit. And he's like, hey, I'm Mr. Fireman, Pete the Fireman. Hey, how you doing? And then he, of course they take the reaction shot, which is when they have that single camera focused on one person and they're, intersplicing it with commentary from the people that are actually living it. And the guy is like, oh man, I knew going in that little truck was the right move. I really impressed her.
Made an impression.
Yeah, she must have been impressed. That was funny. It was cute, da-da-da. And even the girl said, she was like, oh, that was interesting,
Yeah.
The next person to show up was another firefighter who showed up in an actual fire truck, like a ladder truck.
He took it up a notch.
He took it up 7 notches.
Oh, yeah.
700 feet of additional fire truck he showed up with. And they were like, and the guy was like,
got blown away. Yeah.
I'm like, man, the producers are so cruel. I mean, they knew this was going to happen.
They are.
And they sent that guy right after the first guy. But one of the most interesting things I think happened, at least from the recap that I got from my wife, was there was a guy who apparently had no idea what The Bachelorette was. He really had he says, I have no clue what The Bachelorette was. He had a folder that he brought with him, and that folder was articles on how not to show up like a douchebag on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
It's an initiative.
Yeah, hey, if you're going to do something,
Study
do it
up.
right. Yeah, study up. Why did you have to bring a folder worth of shit? I mean, this is stupid.
And what did he do?
They caught him. So I guess the hosts, who are now two former bachelorettes, of course, the producers know everything. They know everything,
yes,
right?
Do.
So, they found the folder and then they alert the girl to the folder. And then the girl says, well, I need to see the folder to make sure that, I understand what you're up to. And
why was the folder a bad thing?
Well,
he has an illicit folder.
Yeah, but it just shows you're just trying to manipulate the system, I guess. I don't know.
Isn't that just like a job interview? You're going to read up on the company.
Job interview.
And on what's an interview of sorts?
Well, it is an interview of it's an interview for stardom is really what it is.
Yes, it is.
No one really wants to get married. Listen, I went through the engagement process now twice. I don't intend to go through it again, but I've been through it twice. And the courtship is not the easiest thing in the world. Right. And there's lots of stumbles and fumbles, and inevitably, you're showing your best side, and then at some point,
and then the worst side.
At some point, the mirror comes crashing down like my camera equipment, and it's just but this all unfolds in 20 days in front of the entire universe.
Yeah.
If you're a fucking shithead, excuse my language, you're gonna get found out. Yeah. People are gonna figure out that you're a shithead.
Yeah, the true colors will come through.
And if you have to have a handbook on how not to be a douchebag, then it's likely. It's likely in your life someone has decided that you're a real, cockknocker. I mean, I don't even know what to say, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, that this guy in his life has heard this from people before. Mm-hmm. I don't show up to an event. Like, I don't show up to a family member's wedding or a cocktail party or a dinner or Christmas Eve, whatever, midnight mass. I don't show up there with a handbook on how not to act like a jerk at a cocktail party. I just don't do it. I don't need to read up on it.
Right.
It's gonna happen anyway. So I don't know.
We'll see how this unfolds.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah. Watch
folds,
the spiral.
Folder folds.
People are probably like, let's invite Bryan. He's a real shit show.
He's good for some laughs.